2046 Origin Unknown is about the controller of the Mars rover, my character, who is partnered with an AI. Basically, humans have become redundant in the space program and been replaced by artificial intelligence. And my character, Mac, has basically been sidelined into being a babysitter for an AI.
Yeah.
In the process, they discover an origin unknown, and basically the two of them start racing each other because whoever can figure out what it is first basically wins, and whoever wins gets to keep their job. So it's basically human versus artificial intelligence, and the story is much deeper than you actually expect.
Yep.
It has a completely different meaning when you get to the end of it, and it definitely takes people by surprise. So you just, it's a slow burn. You got to hang in there because the end is it's incredibly rewarding.
Yeah, I was looking at the trailer there today, and there's an awful lot of intrigue and mystery, and you're sort of bound to see what develops next on the screen to work out the sort of a plot, the sort of there's an unexpected, there's an unexpected twist around the corner, and you're just waiting for it to develop, and that makes a good movie viewing, just not knowing what's around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing with this movie is that this is very much an indie film. This movie would never have been made big budget. It's a woman in a room, psychologically at war with an artificial intelligence computer. Or with artificial intelligence, she is incredibly smart. She's her own worst enemy. So every mistake that gets made throughout the entire movie that sort of propels the story forward is a mistake of her own doing. And it leads the sort of path that you're on with this character, these two characters rather, is one that will ultimately take a big twist in the end and become something very different than what you expected.
Yeah, and Katie, your character Mackenzie Mac Wilson, she plays a sort of an investigator, and her backdrop is directly linked because her father died in the crash in the Mars sort of mission, and she's sort of bound. You see that emotional attachment, and as the evidence goes on, she begins to realise the depth of the crisis that's going to unfold before her, and you being in that sort of camera sort of shot where it's just you engaging that audience for a long spells. Is that quite a sort of challenging and demanding when you don't have really someone to directly bounce off?
Yeah, absolutely. It was one of the things that drew me to the project to begin with. Was I thought, what an interesting challenge to almost single-handedly try to maintain the viewer's attention for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
When the story is such a slow burn, and it is such a intentional slow pace, that to me it felt more like a play than it did a film, and that was definitely one of the things that I wanted. One of the reasons why I wanted to do the movie. It was incredibly challenging to act with nothing. There's nothing there the entire time, so I felt like a crazy person, sort of talking to the ceiling, and crying. Like you mentioned, the relationship with Mackenzie and her father. These moments where my character is having these emotional conversations with this AI about her father and how she feels slightly responsible for his death, and there's nothing there because I'm, as an actor, I'm sitting in this room by myself. So it was definitely challenging. It was sort of like working with children or animals.
Yeah, and I suppose as an actress, I suppose you are going for projects in relation that do challenge you and put you sort of out of your comfort zone. And we spot this sort of, as you said, you're trying to engage an audience for a long period of time. It's very different to the roles you played in Battlestar Galactica as Cara Trace, this all-out sort of action sort of hero, and even in Riddick, this Dal were sort of all out in your seat sort of action. This is more where you have to investigate, you have to unsolve a mystery, to put all the pieces together, and it sort of brings out a different element where you have to go into that sort of a zone sort of an effect. And it's sort of, even though you're well versed in the sci-fi sort of action sort of world, I suppose projects like that, even within the realm of sci-fi, there's something different, and I suppose that must entice you even more.
Yeah, I mean, for me, science fiction and action movies go hand in hand. My father raised me watching action movies, and a lot of the times the action movies we were watching were science fiction movies. So I've always had this love of this genre, and I've always been drawn to it. Now, the characters that have come to me in my career earlier have been those strong, sort of,
feisty sort of female characters.
Feisty women. And I think that, my youth sort of helps me with those roles. And as I find myself getting older, I find myself more drawn to the psychological strength of these women, more so than their physical strength. That being said, my new series on Netflix is very much the physical mixed with the psychological. It's sort of, I find myself now in my career sort of in my next science fiction project taking on both sides of that type of character. And I think that playing Mackenzie sort of helps me into that more mature psychological science fiction type.
And Katee, if we talk about the movie 2036 Origin Unknown, and it's directed by Hazraf Dolo, and I did a bit of research, and he had looped you and the whole sort of process. And how long did it take to film the movie, and was the script and the scenes, were there an awful lot of changes where you felt you could elope in the sort of movie and change sort of characters to suit the ideas that were coming through your head at the time as well? And was it a long process to shoot the movie, and was it done over several months, or was it shot on, as you said, the budget and production, was it shot on maybe one or two locations or one or two lots or studio lots?
Yeah, what's so funny about this movie is that, you being in Ireland, the first time I went to Ireland, I was sent to Ireland by the UK because I didn't get my work permit. So I flew there to do Origin Unknown, and my work visa hadn't gone through yet. So they let me in on a tourist visa, and after 5 days, I got shipped to Dublin with one of the producer's older brothers as my chaperone, so I wouldn't get lost in Ireland by myself, drinking and watching rugby. And so he and I basically flew to Ireland and sat there for 5 days waiting for my work visa to come through. We would go down to the office, the visa office, every single day, waiting for DHL to bring my passport back. And when it wouldn't come back, we would just go get dinner and drink. But every single day, I kept talking to the director because we were losing days shooting. Yeah. And our shooting schedule was one location, 11 days. One location. Every day I was in Dublin was a day that we lost filming. So it was really, really nerve-wracking for myself because it was over 100 pages of memorized dialogue with just me talking to myself. And so the day I got my work visa, the director or the producer's brother Chris and I literally jumped on a plane, flew back to London, got off the plane, drove straight to set, and threw me through the hair and makeup. I got to set. They'd been shooting everything they could with a body double from behind, like hand movements and walking and things like that, things that didn't show my face. And I walked on set the first day at 3 o'clock, and I did a take that was 26 pages long.
Wow.
Because we were trying to make up time that we'd lost.
Yeah.
Because I'd memorized it like a play, I could do the entire movie from front to back, memorized. And so the director said, how far do you want to go? Because it basically is a one-act movie.
Yeah.
And I said, let's go as far as we can go. And we got 26 pages, and I sort of just stopped, and my adrenaline was going so fast that he then finally just called cut, and the camera guys dropped the camera. It was long. It was like a 10-minute take, and I just sort of was shaking, and I was like, holy shit, that was the longest take I've ever done in my life. But that's what we had to do. We ended up shooting the movie, I think, in 7 or 8, 9 days.
And I suppose, Katee, we know you for TV series and drawn to TV series and just strong, as you said, strong, feisty women characters. The movie scene, we know you from the likes of Riddick. And is there certain projects in relation to the future as an actress you want to immerse yourself, or these sort of roles do you find a likeness to them, or would you like to go into the roles of if a romantic comedy was thrown your way, or a sort of action comedy, or do you find a niche sort of environment there that you say this is a Katee Sackhoff sort of world, it's sort of untouched and I'm in my element here, because there's not many people that have such an averse sort of history as a female character in these sort of fields?
Yeah, like I said, I'm drawn to these movies. It's what I grew up watching with my dad, and selfishly, because I still like to watch them, I absolutely like to be a part of them, and I love playing these women that are so emotionally and physically challenging. That being said, of course I would love to do comedy. I started in musical theater and I sing. I would love to do something that is out of the box that people don't expect from me. And I'm open to anything. Anything that is different than what I've done, or that to me seems fun. The longer I've been in this business, the more I sort of start to go, is it fun? Is it good people to work with? Is it a character I've not played before? And if it's a character I've played before, is there something about this character that's different that will challenge me in different ways? And then you start to just take projects based on that. I hope that my career is long and I have a lot of different characters left in me, but I've had the opportunity to play some pretty iconic roles so far. Yeah. So, I'm pretty excited at this point, but hopefully I've got another 20, 30 years left in me.
And Katee Sackhoff, you sort of answered one of my questions there in relation to being in Ireland before, and I'm just going to test your sort of memory. We've been running this quiz now for the last year and a half. We've had over 50 celebrities take part, and it's 10 simple questions. It's, I'm a celebrity, how well do you know Ireland? And I suppose, Katee, we've 3 ladies so far in the top 10. Melissa Fumero from Big Bang Theory, you might know her. She's number 7 at the moment. She's the highest ranked female, and I suppose being a feisty sort of woman character, I'm sure that you always love a challenge. So it's just a fun sort of way to finish the interview. Do you want to have a go?
Absolutely. I'm going to let you know now, I know nothing about Ireland. Absolutely nothing about Ireland whatsoever.
It's amazing the amount of people that say that and still do very well in this quiz. So you've nothing to worry about, Katee Sackhoff.
Considering that my family's actually got some Irish heritage in them, I should probably know a little bit more about Ireland, but I think I know nothing about Ireland. But go for it. If you want to ask me questions, you may have to ask the questions slowly, though. Okay,
Katee.
That way I'll completely understand the question.
Okay, Katee Sackhoff, you're a celebrity. How well do you know Ireland? First question, can you name any colour of the Irish flag?
Any colour of the Irish flag?
Yeah.
It's orange, white, and green.
Correct. Question number 2. Question number 2, you're 1 from 1. Question number 2, can you name any county in Ireland?
Any county in Ireland?
Yeah.
With Dublin.
Correct. 2 from 2.
Yay!
And question number 3, it's famous all over the world. March the 17th is known as what day?
March the 17th of St. Patrick's Day.
Correct. 3 from 3. Question number 4. Which of these is a famous Irish tourist attraction? Is it A, the Cliffs of Moher, B, Brandenburg Gate, or C, Oystermouth Castle?
Oh my God, I cannot understand any of those.
Okay, so
no idea.
Which of these is a famous Irish tourism attraction? Is it A?
Okay, so a famous tourist or Irish tourist attraction. Okay.
Yeah. Is it A, the Cliffs of Moher, B, Brandenburg Gate, or C, Oystermouth Castle?
I have no idea. I am just going to make a wild guess and say A.
Correct.
I can't understand any of them. It's correct?
Correct, yes. Cliffs of Moher. 4 from 4. Question number 5. Which of these is a famous Irish river? Is it A? And the hint...
Irish River, okay.
Yeah. The hint is this is also an airport as well. So, A, the River Shannon. B, the River Rhine.
Shannon.
Or C...
River Rhine.
Or C, the River Lech.
This river, I think it's B, actually. Is it B?
The B, the River Rhine is in Germany. It's A, the River Shannon.
Oh, the River Rhine is in Germany. I should know this. I was just there.
Okay, Katie, we're still going well.
4 for 5.
4 from 5. Question number 6. And I'll give you a hint in this. Can you name any famous Irish sports star? And the hint I give you to this is this guy is all over the news for the last year and a half. Huh?
Any Irish soap stars?
Any Irish sports star.
Oh, sports star.
Yeah. Well, this guy was in the news all over the States last year. He fought...
Conor McGregor.
Correct. Question number 7.
See, it's because I know fighting. Oh.
Yeah, you're going well, Katie. You're 5 from 6. Question number 7. Ireland was once occupied by what country? And it's our neighbours, and you were only there...
Irish was once occupied by what country?
Yeah, Ireland was once occupied by what country? And it's our neighbours. You were just there recently, as you said.
Yeah, no,
Just across the pond from us, Katie. Right across the... Huh?
I would say, if I was just there, it's Germany.
No. Sorry, I misphrased that. It's Ireland was once occupied by what? What country? So basically, it's just across the pond from us, just across the water.
Oh, it was okay. Occupied by what country?
Yeah.
England.
Correct. Question number 8. Right. And I say, when you were in Ireland, Dublin, you probably had a few of these. Which famous alcoholic beer was founded in Ireland?
Guinness.
Correct. Question number 9, Katee Sackhoff. You're 7 from 8. Which plant or shrub is the national symbol of Ireland?
Which what?
Which plant or shrub is the national symbol?
Plant or shrub?
Yeah, is the national...
The clover.
Correct. And question number 10, Katie. To get 9 out of 10. Can you name any famous Irish actor or Irish musician?
Donald Logue.
Correct. So, Katie...
Wow, I got 9 out of 10. I should have known that it was the River Shannon. That sounds Irish.
So, Katee Sackhoff, we have a minute sort of left live on air, and just maybe if you can tell our Irish listeners online why they should go and check out 2036 Origin Unknown and what's in store for them, and maybe inform us what's in store in the future for Katee Sackhoff. You said you have a few projects going on. You may enlighten us about that, and you might enlighten our viewers why they should go and check out 2036 Origin Unknown.
Absolutely. I think that if you're a fan of thought-provoking, science-based science fiction, I think that this is the type of movie for you. This is a movie that has twists and turns, and you think it's one thing and becomes something different. I would implore you to hang in there to the end.
Yep.
The movie, you get your payoff at the end, and you have to get to the end of the movie. So I would absolutely tell people to go see it. As far as what I have coming up, my new Netflix series, Another Life, starts filming in August, and it will probably, it's international Netflix, so you guys will get it at the exact same time as everyone else.
That's brilliant.
And it would probably be next summer, but it is science fiction, and I would say that it is Alien meets probably Contact.
Wow.
Maybe a very, very dark version of Star Trek. So it's pretty interesting. I'm really excited about this project. It's something that I've just fallen in love with, and then other than that, there's a couple projects that are on my radar. One of which shoots in Ireland, and I would absolutely love that. So I might be back there in the next year.
Well, Katee, we're really looking forward to that. And for me, Jim Conlan, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Katee Sackhoff, all about your movie 2036, Origin Unknown. I'm sure it's going to get rave views and it's going to be of real success for you. And Katee Sackhoff, we wish you all the best in your future endeavours.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And now I'm embarrassed I didn't know it was the River Shannon, but that's totally fine.
Okay, Katee, take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.